Prepare to hear a divine message that will change everything. Son, daughter, I am the Lord your God, and I come to you today with a powerful promise. Nothing, absolutely nothing, happens by chance. It was my calling that brought you here, exactly at this moment, to hear these words that can transform your life. I know every detail of your heart, all the financial concerns you have been carrying, and every pain that weighs on you. Today, I want to give you a word that will make all the difference. Take a deep breath now and listen closely, because what I have to reveal to you is not just any advice, nor is it something you have already heard. I am your Father, the Creator of heaven and earth, and today I speak directly to your heart. Believe in my words and say in the comments, "Yes, I am ready to receive your blessing." Pay close attention because after today, your life will not be the same. This message is your opportunity to receive what you have been seeking. Don't let it pass you by. Son, daughter, that provision you have been waiting for is already on its way. There is a financial blessing reserved for you, and it will not come in ordinary ways, nor through human shortcuts or by your own effort. I, the Lord of hosts, am preparing this gift. You will see signs, doors that were once closed will begin to open, and your financial situation will be transformed in a way that goes beyond your understanding. But listen well, keep this in the silence of your heart. It is in that silence that I perform the greatest miracles. What I have prepared for you goes beyond what you can imagine. I am the God who provides. From the beginning of time, I have sustained the people in the desert, sending manna from heaven when there seemed to be no way out, and multiplying loaves and fish to feed the multitudes. And today, my son, my daughter, I am ready to do the same in your life. I know the weight you have been bearing, the sleepless nights of worry, the uncertainty of tomorrow, the constant struggle to meet the needs of your home and family. I see how hard you have been searching for solutions and how many times you have felt hopeless. But today, hear my voice. I am the God who meets all your needs. No debt, no financial obstacle is greater than my power. Trust, for what I am doing is much greater than your eyes can see. The first signs of this change will come subtly, almost imperceptibly, but they will be there. You will see new opportunities where you once found only closed doors. The provision is coming, and it will be abundant. And when the blessing arrives, remember, I am the God who provides. It is not by your strength or by your wisdom that the change will come. It is by my hand acting in your favor. Son, daughter, keep this promise alive in your heart. Do not take your eyes off my word, for the time of your harvest is approaching. Just as I took Joseph from prison and brought him to the palace, I will do the same for you, and everything that was held back will be released. Trust, for my divine provision is already on its way. I am the Lord your God, and my word never returns empty. From today on, you will see my action. Just believe, for the financial blessing I have prepared for you is closer than you think. Do not doubt. I am your provider, my child. I know every corner of your heart, the fears you carry, the anxieties that try to suffocate you. You look around and sometimes feel alone, as if the financial challenges are mountains too high to climb. But I come today to remind you, there is no mountain too high that I, the Lord, cannot move. I see the weight you have been carrying, how hard you have worked, given your best, and yet it seems that the results do not come. My child, listen to me now. While you struggle and persevere, I am working for you, even if you do not perceive it. Yes, I am moving the pieces, opening invisible doors, and preparing the way for my provision to reach you in a surprising way. You ask yourself, why, Lord, do I still not see the solution? I tell you, my timing is perfect. I do not work with human clocks, for my wisdom is infinite. While you wait, I am preparing something greater, something that will not be temporary but lasting. I am creating deep roots of blessings that will sustain not only you but also your home and all those around you. You need to understand that my provision does not follow the patterns of the earth. What I have for you goes far beyond what money can buy. Yes, there is a financial blessing for you, but I am teaching you valuable lessons. I am teaching you to trust completely in me, to let go of control and place it in my hands. Because, my son, my daughter, when you trust in me, you will see the impossible happen. Remember my promises from the beginning of time. I am the God who cares for every detail. I am the one who placed silver and gold in the depths of the earth and who gave man the intelligence to manage these resources. Just as I guided Abraham and blessed him with wealth and prosperity, today I am ready to do the same for you. But there is an important key you need to keep in your heart: your faith. Faith is the fertile soil where I have planted my promises. If you keep your gaze fixed on the circumstances, on lack, on fear, you end up blocking what I want to accomplish in your life. But if you look to me and believe, even when you do not see, I will make rivers spring forth in the desert of your existence. Faith not only strengthens you in difficult moments, it activates my power in your life. When you believe, the heavens move. When you trust, I begin to act. And listen closely. What I am about to release into your life is not small. It is a financial blessing that will bring great change. But there is something essential to understand. Do not cling to what I give you, but to me, the giver. Yes, my child, I am your greatest treasure. Do not let your heart get lost in riches. Always remember that I am your sustenance, and that everything I have to give you comes from me. Keep humility in your heart and be grateful in all things. Gratitude opens even more doors in heaven. When you give thanks before seeing the miracle, you declare your trust in me, and I, the Lord, rejoice in that gratitude. It is a sweet perfume that rises to heaven and moves my heart. What I am doing in your life, son, daughter, goes far beyond the financial problems you see. I am teaching you to live in a new dimension of trust and provision. I want to show you that, regardless of what surrounds you, I am your inexhaustible source. It does not matter if the winds of scarcity blow. I am the God who makes the impossible possible. I am the one who multiplies, who makes the dry land blossom. But I give you this advice. When this financial provision arrives, be faithful in how you use what I give you. Be generous. Remember that what I have to give you is not just for you, but to reach and bless those around you. I bless you so that you may be a blessing. My kingdom is revealed through hearts that share, who know that true wealth is helping others. When you share, you are sowing for an even greater harvest. And remember, son, daughter, that the blessings I give you do not bring pain. What I provide comes with peace and joy. It will not be a burden but a gift that brings you lightness. What I do is perfect. Trust in my provision. Set aside your worries and anxieties. I am in control, and what I am preparing for you will surprise you. You will see my work and know that I am the Lord. Now, son, daughter, keep these words in your heart. Do not share with everyone what I am doing in your life. My movement is silent, secret. I do not act amid confusion, but in the intimate, in the personal. When you least expect it, you will see the manifestation of my provision, and then you will glorify my name, and everyone will see that I am the God who cares for you. Today, trust and rest in me. The financial blessing I have for you is closer than you think. Do not let fear or doubt drive you away. My word is faithful. I am the God who does not fail. I am with you. I am the Lord, your provider. My child, I want to speak to your heart today about something many still do not understand. The secret of true prosperity is not in how much you have, but in how you use what I entrust to you. My word holds hidden wisdom, wisdom that few discover because they get distracted by fleeting and earthly riches, without realizing that the true source of prosperity is in me. You have sought solutions, made plans and strategies, trying in many ways to overcome the financial difficulties surrounding you. But I want you to know that change will not come by your strength. It is not your ability or your plans that will open the doors. Son, daughter, what I am about to do can only be accomplished by my power, by my hand reaching out to you. It is by my grace that you will know what it is to prosper in all areas. I know that you look around and see a world that values having, but what I want to teach you is that true wealth lies in sharing. It is not for accumulation, but for you to become a channel of my blessing. I have called you to understand that the more you trust in me, the more you surrender to my hands, the more you will receive from my abundance. My kingdom is governed by a principle. Whoever sows generously will reap generously. But this sowing is not just financial, it is a posture of the heart, understanding that everything you have comes from me and that by trusting in me, you will lack nothing. Son, daughter, when you give what you have, we activate a cycle of provision that does not stop, for I am the God who multiplies. There was no food or water, but I, the Lord, fed them with manna that came down from heaven every day, enough for each one, so that there was no need at all. They did not have to run after or worry. I was the provider, and just as I took care of my people in the desert, I will take care of you. I am the same yesterday, today, and forever. I am your manna, your daily provision. But there is something important I want to tell you, and it is necessary that you listen carefully. Do not let yourself be led by anxiety or fear. These feelings try to divert you from my promise, making you look at the circumstances instead of at me. When you become anxious, you begin to believe that you must carry everything alone. that you must solve everything by yourself, but I tell you, give your anxiety to me. Let me carry the weight that burdens you, for I am the God who cares for you. Son, daughter, have you noticed how trees do not worry about the fruits they will bear? They simply stand firm, with their roots planted in the soil. It is the earth that provides them with everything they need to grow and bear fruit. So it is with your life in me. The more you remain rooted in my word, the more you trust in me, the more you will see fruit sprouting, fruits of peace, joy, financial provision, blessings that overflow. I know you have gone through painful moments, and perhaps you feel that you have lost so much. You may even think that your situation has no solution, that there is no way out. But today I tell you, I am the God who restores. I am the one who returns what the enemy tried to take. And I do not just return what you lost. I return 2, 3 times more, so that you will marvel at what I am about to do. Do you remember Job? He lost everything, faced moments of pain, loss, and anguish. But because he remained faithful, because he did not stop believing, I blessed him in a way he never imagined. I returned to Job twice what he had lost, and I will do the same for you. I am restoring your financial life, and what I have for you will not only cover your needs, but will allow you to live in the fullness of my abundance. There are people around you who doubt, who say it is impossible, that you will not succeed. There are voices trying to discourage you, trying to make you believe that nothing will change. But, son, daughter, listen to my voice above all others. My word is the truth that lasts forever. What I speak, I fulfill, and today I tell you, get ready, for the financial miracle you have been waiting for is about to happen. Do not let fear stop you. Do not allow doubt to prevent you from experiencing what I have best for you. Trust in me with all your soul, and you will see what your eyes could never imagine. The provision that comes will not arrive through ordinary means, nor in the way you expect. It will come as a gift that only I can offer you, and when it happens, you will know that it was my hand that operated, that it was my love that reached you. You do not need to understand every detail of what I am doing. Just trust and rest in me. Your role is to believe. Mine is to fulfill the promise. And I tell you with certainty, my promise is true and is already on its way. Every tear you have shed, every prayer you have raised, every time you choose to believe in me, even when everything seemed to collapse, was not in vain. I have heard every plea, and I am responding. Son, daughter, what I am preparing for you is something no one has seen. Something that surpasses understanding, because I am the God who does infinitely more than you ask or think. And when you look back, you will see that every situation was necessary to prepare you to receive what I have for you. I am your Father, your provider, your sustenance, and nothing, absolutely nothing, can prevent what I am about to do in your life. Believe, trust, and wait, for the gift I have for you is greater than you can imagine. I love you, and it is for this reason that I have called you to this time of change. From now on, your financial life will never be the same. I am the Lord, your God, and my word will never return empty. Son, daughter, I am the Lord, your God, and today I speak to the depths of your being, where only I can see. I know that in times of affliction your heart tightens and you wonder if there is still hope. And I tell you that there is a hope that goes beyond what you imagine. There are more promises waiting for you than your eyes have ever seen. I am the God who created the heavens and the earth, the Lord of all things. And if I, who created the universe, am taking care of you, why do you fear? Do not let fear occupy the space of faith. Do not allow difficulties to rob you of the confidence I am planting in your heart right now. I know you have gone through tough days, that the storms of life have not given you a break, but I want you to remember something very important. I am in the boat with you. Yes, son, daughter, I sail alongside you. Just as I calmed the raging sea for my disciples, today I also extend my hand over the waters of your life. What seems chaotic and uncontrollable, I can calm with just one word. So, do not be afraid. What you are facing right now is not bigger than the power I have to transform this situation. Son, daughter, there is something precious that I want you to understand. There is a purpose in every season. Just as the seasons change, so does your life in me. I am not a God who wastes experiences. Every situation you have gone through, every battle you have faced, I have seen, and they have a greater purpose. Nothing has been in vain. I know there have been moments of fatigue, even discouragement, but today I want to tell you that your prayers are being answered. And what I am preparing for you is much more than a simple solution to your financial problems. I am taking you to a new level of spiritual maturity. I am molding you, perfecting you. Every challenge has been a preparation for what is to come. And now, son, daughter, the time of harvest is approaching. Just as the farmer sows and waits for the moment to reap, you will see the fruits of your prayers and your efforts. You will see that I am preparing you for something much greater. What seemed like a phase of loss, of desert, is about to turn into a season of abundance. I am the God who transforms pain into joy, scarcity into plenty. But remember, do not let anxiety prevent you from hearing my voice. Anxiety is one of the enemy's weapons used to distance you from me, trying to make you believe that I do not hear your prayers. But, son, daughter, I hear every word. I know what is in your heart even before you speak it with your lips. I am the God who cares for the details, and nothing escapes my notice. Today I want you to understand something very true. You do not have to carry this weight alone. Worry, fear, insecurity about the future financially. None of that belongs to you. I created you to trust in me, to cast all your anxieties upon me because I care for you. Son, daughter, rest, knowing that I am your God, your provider, and that my hand is extended over you. I am the one who performs the impossible, and at this moment, I am moving mountains in your favor. I am the one who makes possible what seems impossible. Remember what I did for the people of Israel at the Red Sea. They were trapped, with no apparent way out, but I opened the sea, creating a path where there was none, and so it will be with you. I am opening the sea before you now. I am creating a path of provision, freedom, and blessing, and you will see my mighty hand act in ways you never imagined. All I ask is that you trust. Trust more in me than in your own strength. Trust more in my word than in the circumstances around you. What your eyes see is temporary, but what I am doing is eternal. Do not look at what is lacking. Look at me. I am the source of everything you need, and today I am leading you to a place of provision and rest. Prepare yourself, son, daughter, for change is on the way, and when it arrives, it will be so great that you will understand that everything you went through was preparing the ground for this abundant harvest. I am the Lord, your God, and I never fail. I am with you, I love you, and my promises are faithful. Trust in me, and you will see my glory manifest in your life. Son, daughter, listen carefully, for what I am about to tell you is revealing. I have called you to a time of blessings unlike anything you have ever experienced before. What I am about to do in your life is not just a change, it is a complete transformation. I will restore everything that was lost. I will multiply what seemed little, and you will see the power of my hand acting in areas that were once dry and barren. Have you ever seen the desert bloom? For that is exactly what I am about to do in your life. Where there was stagnation, scarcity, and impossibilities, I am bringing new life, and this life will be so abundant that it will lead you to share with others. You will see doors opening that you never imagined existed. You will see solutions emerging where it seemed there was no way out. But son, daughter, there is a secret in all of this. Your obedience is the key that unlocks my provision. My instructions are not meant to limit you but to bless you. When you follow my word, you are releasing the flow of my blessings in your life. Your obedience is like a seed that, planted in the soil of your heart, produces an abundant harvest. Today, I ask you to be faithful in the little, and I will set you over much. If you can manage the small things with integrity and gratitude, I will multiply what is in your hands. Do not despise small beginnings, for great things are born from them. Remember how I multiplied the loaves and fishes. The multiplication began from something small, simple, and it will be the same with you. What seems insufficient today will multiply in your hands because I am the God who makes grow what appears little. I have seen your sleepless nights, the moments when the silence of the night is filled with worries that steal your peace. I see when you count every resource, wondering if it will be enough to meet the needs of your household. I know you have cried out for an answer, that you have sought relief from this weight you carry. Today, I want you to hear clearly. Your provision has already been decreed. Just as I fed Elijah through a raven when there seemed to be no supply, 1 Kings 17:6, I am preparing ways to bless you in ways you cannot even imagine. Son, daughter, I need you to understand something essential. You are not defined by the circumstances you face. The limitations you see around you do not determine what I can do in your life. My power is not restricted to human standards, and my blessings do not follow the world's rules. I am the God who opens paths where none exist, who transforms the little into abundance, who makes the impossible happen. Trust in me, for I am working in your favor, even when your eyes cannot see. Remember when Moses faced the Red Sea? To human eyes, there was no way out. Ahead, an impassable sea, and behind, an relentless army. But I said, "Why do you cry out to me? Tell the people to move forward." Exodus 14:15. And with my word, the sea opened, and my people crossed on dry ground. Today, I speak to you. Move forward, son, daughter, for I am opening a way where there is none. I am preparing a solution that goes beyond your understanding, but it requires you to trust and continue to walk. Anxiety and fear have been trying to steal your strength. I know that sometimes you feel as if you are alone, as if no one truly understands what is going on in your heart. But I want to remind you, I have never left you. I have never abandoned you. Just as I promised Joshua that I would be with him wherever he went, Joshua 1:9, I say to you today, do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be discouraged, for I am your God, who strengthens and sustains you. What I am doing in your life requires patience and faith, just as a farmer sows seeds and waits for the harvest. I am planting something in your life that will bear fruit in due time. Do not despise the small beginnings, for from them great blessings will arise. What seems insignificant in your eyes will be multiplied by my hand. Just as I transformed 5 loaves and 2 fish into food for thousands, Matthew 14:19-20, I will do the same for you. The little you have will be enough to provide and overflow, but I need you to be attentive. There are moments when my provision does not come as you expect, but it is always present. Sometimes, miracles are subtle, almost imperceptible, but they are real. I want your heart to be aligned with me, for it is in this place of communion that I reveal the greatest treasures. Seek me in prayer, not just to ask, but to listen to my voice. I have secrets to unveil, directions to give you that will open doors and change your story. My child, what I am preparing for you is a blessing that transcends material needs. I am shaping your heart so that you understand the true meaning of prosperity. It is not just about having, but about being a channel of blessing for others. Just as I made Abraham a source of blessings for all nations, Genesis 12:2-3, I want your life to reflect my abundance and generosity. What I will give you is not just for your satisfaction, but to reach and transform lives around you. When the provision arrives, remember that everything comes from me. Do not allow abundance to take the place of humility in your heart. Remain grateful, for gratitude opens greater doors. Just as the lepers who were healed, only one returned to give thanks. Luke 17:15-19. I want your heart to be one that recognizes my hand in every detail. Thank me even before you see the manifestation of the miracle, for faith that gives thanks anticipates the blessing. My child, there is a powerful principle I need you to keep in your heart. Generosity is the key to an abundant harvest. Whoever sows sparingly will reap sparingly, but whoever sows generously will reap generously. 2 Corinthians 9-6. I want your life to be marked by a willingness to share, to be a blessing to others. When you share, you multiply what you have, because my mathematics is heavenly and does not follow earthly rules. Today, I speak to you so that you do not become discouraged. What I am about to accomplish in your life is greater than your eyes can see. I am moving heaven and earth in your favor, preparing paths and pouring out blessings. But I need you to trust. Let go of fear, release anxiety. Allow me, your Father, to take care of you. I am your refuge, your strength, your provision. I am with you, and I will never leave you. Do not fear, for what I have for you is good, perfect, and eternal. I am in control, and everything I have promised, I will fulfill. Believe, for I am the Lord who cares for you. My child, I want you to listen closely, for every word I speak is a whisper to your heart, filled with love and promise. I know your days have been filled with doubts, and sometimes it feels like the weight of the world is on your shoulders. But I want you to know you were not created to carry burdens alone. I am your help, your strength, your unshakable rock. Trust in me, for my grace is sufficient to sustain you, and my power is made perfect in your weakness. 2 Corinthians 12:9. When you encounter doors that seem closed, remember that I am the God who opens paths. I make a way in the wilderness and rivers to flow in the dry land. Isaiah 43:19. Your current situation does not define your destiny, for I am the one writing your story. I am the one who turns sorrow into joy, who brings light where there is darkness. My child, do not look only at the circumstances, but fix your eyes on me. When everything seems confusing, I am your clarity. When everything seems lost, I am your hope. I have been observing your steps. I see your effort, your dedication, your perseverance amid challenges. I want to remind you, every tear you have shed has been seen by me. Every prayer you have lifted to heaven has reached my throne. I do not leave any plea unanswered, nor any cry unheeded. Even if the answer seems delayed, it is working to arrive at the perfect time. Just as the rain does not return to the sky without fulfilling its purpose, my word will not return empty. It will accomplish everything I planned. Isaiah 55:10-11. There are promises that are already in motion, even if you don't yet perceive them. Sometimes, you are so focused on the difficulties that you cannot see the subtle signs I leave along the way. I want you to know, my hand is in every detail, in that unexpected opportunity, in that providential meeting, in that moment when your heart was comforted inexplicably. It was me, showing you that I am with you. I do not let my people walk alone. I want you to know that you are in a process. Just as gold is refined in fire, I am using every situation to mold you, to perfect you. It is not because I have forgotten you, or because I have not heard your cry. It is because I am working in areas you may not yet understand. I am removing what does not serve you, strengthening your faith, preparing your heart for what is to come. I am the potter, and you are the clay in my hands. Everything I do is for your good, for my plans for you are plans of peace and not of evil, to give you a future and a hope. Jeremiah 29:11. When discouragement tries to creep in, remember that my strength is available to you. Do not walk in your own ability, but lean on me. I am your inexhaustible source. Just as I fed the multitudes in the desert, I continue to be your provider. No matter the size of your need, my provision is greater. I am moving resources, directing people, opening doors that no one can close. Just trust and follow my voice. I have something special to tell you about your identity. My child, you are not defined by the mistakes of the past, by the opinions of others, or by the circumstances you have faced. You are mine, and that is what matters. You were bought at a high price, and nothing can separate you from my love. Romans 8:38-39. Do not allow guilt or shame to drive you away from me. I am here, with arms wide open, ready to restore, heal, and renew every area of your life. I know there are times when you look around and feel like others are moving ahead while you feel stuck, but I want to remind you, the paths I trace for each one are unique. Do not compare your journey to that of others, for what I am building in your life has a unique purpose. I am planting seeds that will bear fruit in due time. Remember that even the smallest seed can grow into a mighty tree when planted in fertile soil. Today, I want you to trust in the power of silence. Often it is in silence that I accomplish the greatest works. You don't need to announce to everyone what I am doing in your life. Keep my promises in your heart, just as Mary treasured the words of the angel, Luke 2:19. At the right moment, what I am preparing will be revealed, and all will see my hand at work. What I do is perfect, and I leave nothing unfinished. Child, prepare yourself, for the new is coming. I am bringing a season of abundance, a time of harvest. But I want you to remember, with great blessings come great responsibilities. I want you to use what I give you wisely, to be a good steward of the resources I place in your hands. Above all, I want your gratitude to be the foundation of everything. Thank me not only for the big things but also for the little details, for each small provision is evidence of my care. My word for you today is this: stand firm. Do not let the storm shake you, for I am with you in each one of them. Just as I was with the disciples in the boat, calming the wind and the waves, Mark 4:39, I am in control of everything around you. Even if circumstances seem to challenge you, remember that my peace is greater. I will not leave you. I will not forsake you. I am your God, your eternal rock. Keep trusting, child. I am doing something new, something that surpasses human understanding. My hand is extended over you, guiding you, protecting you, and supplying every need. Believe, for what I have for you is far more than you can imagine. I am the Lord, your God, and my faithfulness never fails. Child, listen carefully to what I say to you at this moment. Every beat of your heart is a reminder that I am with you, sustaining you in all your ways. I know your days have been filled with challenges, that answers seem delayed, but do not forget, I am the Lord, and my plans are greater than your thoughts. Isaiah 55:8-9. I am working in your favor, even when everything around you seems uncertain. When you look at your life and see obstacles, I want you to know that these obstacles are opportunities for my glory to be revealed. Every challenge you face is a chance to experience my power, my provision, and my love. Just as I was with Daniel in the lion's den, protecting him from all harm, Daniel 6:22, I am by your side, guarding you and delivering you from everything that tries to destroy you. Do not fear, for nothing can separate you from my care. I have seen your internal struggle, the moments when your heart questions, is God with me? I want you to know that yes, I am with you. I have never left you and will never leave you. Even when the world around you seems unstable, I am your firm rock, your unshakable foundation. I am molding you, child, for something greater, something that goes beyond what your eyes can see right now. Perhaps you feel that the silence around you means I am distant, but I tell you, it is in that silence that I speak the loudest. It is when everything seems calm that I work in the details, aligning the pieces so that everything happens in due time. Remember when the people of Israel marched around the walls of Jericho? It seemed futile, but on the seventh day, at the sound of the trumpets, the walls came down, Joshua 6:20. So it will be with you. At the right moment, what seems insurmountable will be removed and you will see my hand at work. Do not allow doubt to find a place in your heart. I know that the circumstances around you may seem greater than your capability, but it is precisely at that point that my strength comes into action. Just as I told the Apostle Paul, my grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness. 2 Corinthians 12:9. I tell you, trust in me. Do not rely on your own strength, but on my power, which is infinite. I am preparing paths for you that you cannot yet see. Some doors may have closed, but I want you to know that it was for a reason. I am leading you to places where your faith will be strengthened, where you will experience my provision in ways you never imagined. What seems like a delay is, in fact, my protection. I am the one who goes ahead, preparing every detail so that when you arrive, everything is in place. Child, remember that I am the God who provides. From ancient days, I have cared for my own. I fed Elijah with bread and meat brought by ravens, or Kings 17:6, and made manna rain from heaven to sustain my people in the desert. Exodus 16:4. No matter the size of your need, I am greater. No matter how difficult the situation seems, I am the one who transforms the impossible into possible. Trust, for what I prepare for you is perfect. I want you to know that your journey is not solitary. Even in moments when you feel no one understands your struggles, I am with you, holding your hand and guiding your steps. When the psalmist wrote, "Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me." Psalm 23:4. He was declaring the truth I want you to hold in your heart. My presence is constant, even in the darkest moments. I need you to understand something essential about what I am doing in your life. It is not just about meeting your financial needs or removing the obstacles you face. I am working within you, strengthening your faith, shaping your character, preparing you for something greater. My provision is not just so you have enough, but so that your life overflows with blessings that will reach others. I want you to be a reflection of my love, a source of hope for those around you. When you look at your situation, remember that I am the God who multiplies. Just as I turned 5 loaves and 2 fish into food for thousands, Matthew 14:19-20, I can take the little you have and make it more than enough. Do not underestimate what is in your hands, for in my hands, even the smallest resource can be multiplied. Trust in my ability to meet each of your needs. Child, I know there are times when it feels like financial difficulties are trying to crush you, but I want you to know that I am preparing a path for your victory. I am moving heaven and earth in your favor, aligning circumstances and people so that my promise is fulfilled. What I have for you is greater than you can imagine. My purpose is to prosper you, not just materially, but in every area of your life. When my provision arrives, remember to be faithful. Just as I taught my people to bring the best of their harvests as a sign of gratitude, I want your heart to be generous. Do not hold back what I give you, but share it, for there is greater joy in giving than in receiving. Acts 20:35. When you share, you are sowing seeds for an even greater harvest. Son, daughter, I want you to rest in my promise. Do not let anxiety steal your peace. Give everything to me, for I care for you. 1 Peter 5:7. Every detail of your life is under my care, and nothing escapes my notice. I am with you, guiding you, protecting you, and preparing you for what is to come. What I am doing in your life is unique, and my work is perfect. Trust, for I am faithful. Even when everything seems to be falling apart, I am building something eternal. Believe, for the best is yet to come. I am the Lord, your God, and my promise never fails. Son, daughter, listen to these words with an open heart, for I speak directly to your soul in this moment. I have seen your journey, the days when the weight felt unbearable, and the nights when tears were your only companion. But I want you to know that no tear was shed in vain, for I keep each one as precious in my sight. Psalm 56:8. I am with you, even when you cannot feel my presence. My faithfulness does not depend on your emotions. It is constant and unchanging. I know you have been waiting for answers, seeking signs to understand the paths I have laid out for you. I want you to trust, for everything I do is for your good. Just as the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways and thoughts higher than yours. Isaiah 55:9. I do not seek to lead you away from your desires. On the contrary, I am shaping you so that your dreams align with my eternal purpose for your life. What I have for you is good, perfect, and eternal. Son, daughter, there is something I need to reveal to you today. Often, the challenges you have faced have been opportunities for my glory to be manifested in your life. The difficulties were not meant to destroy you, but to strengthen you, to teach you to depend more on me. Remember when the Apostle Peter walked on water? As long as he looked to me, he stood firm, but when he diverted his gaze, he began to sink. Matthew 14:29-30. I want you to keep your eyes fixed on me, for I am the one who sustains you even in the storms. A provision is on the way, and it will not come in ordinary ways. I am preparing something special, something beyond what you can imagine. Do not let anxiety rob you of your peace, for every detail is under my control. Just as I multiplied the widow's oil, which seemed insufficient but sustained her household for many days, 2 Kings 4:1-7, I will also do in your life. What seems small will be multiplied by my hand, and you will know that I was the one who provided. I want to remind you that waiting is never in vain. Just as a seed planted takes time to germinate, grow, and bear fruit, what I am doing in your life is being prepared with care. Do not despise the time of preparation, for it is in this time that I strengthen your roots. The farmer does not harvest on the same day he plants, but waits patiently, trusting the process. In the same way, I ask you to trust in me, for the harvest I am preparing will be abundant. Son, daughter, I recognize that there are moments when silence feels like a burden, as if I am distant. But I want you to know that silence does not mean absence. It is during this time that I am working in areas you cannot see. I am adjusting details, moving hearts, and aligning circumstances so that everything happens at the perfect time. Remember that when Lazarus was sick, my arrival seemed delayed, but in the end I showed that I am the resurrection and the life. John 11:25. So it will be with you. At the right moment, everything will be revealed. I need you to hold on to faith, for it is the foundation of everything I am doing in your life. Faith is not about what you see, but about what you believe, even when there are no visible signs. It is faith that opens doors, moves mountains, and activates the supernatural in your journey. When you trust in me, you are declaring that my word is sufficient, that my promise is true, and I tell you, my word never returns void, but accomplishes the purpose for which it was sent. Isaiah 55:11. I know you have faced doubts, that often you look at your situation and wonder, will God really do this? I want you to know that even in doubt, I continue to work. Just as Thomas needed to touch my wounds to believe, John 20:27, I know that sometimes you need signs to strengthen your faith, and I am merciful to give you those signs. But I want you to trust before you see them, for that is the essence of true faith. I am preparing not just a blessing, but a transformation. I do not want to merely meet your needs. I want to change the way you see my provision. I want you to understand that I am your inexhaustible source, that my care for you goes beyond the material. I am teaching you to live in a place of trust, where your peace does not depend on what you have, but on who I am. Just as Paul declared, I have learned to be content in any situation. Philippians 4:11. I want your heart to find rest in me. Son, daughter, there is a promise I want you to keep in your heart today. Nothing, absolutely nothing, can thwart the plans I have for you. What I started in your life, I am faithful to complete. Philippians 1:6. No matter how difficult the path seems, I will be with you every step of the way, strengthening you, guiding you, and renewing your hope. When you feel you have no strength left, remember that I am the one who gives power to the weary. and increases the strength of the powerless. Isaiah 40:29. Today, I ask you to trust in me like never before. Give me your worries, your fears, your longings. Cast all your anxieties on me, for I care for you. 1 Peter 5:7. Do not carry alone what I was called to bear for you. My hand is outstretched, ready to relieve you of the weight you have been bearing. And, son, daughter, when the provision arrives, remember that everything comes from me. Use what I give you wisely, with gratitude and with generosity. I want your life to be a reflection of my love, a light that shines on those around you, just as I taught. Let your light shine before men, that they may see your good works and glorify your Father. Matthew 5:16. I want your life to be a living evidence of my goodness. Son, daughter, stand firm. The change you are hoping for is closer than you think. Do not let fear or doubt pull you away from what I am doing. Trust in me, for I am faithful. I am with you, today and always. And what I promised, I will fulfill. My word is truth, and my work in your life will be complete. Believe, for the best is yet to come. I am the Lord, your God, and my love for you is eternal. Hear my voice today. Every word I speak to you is a reminder of how much I love you and how much I care for you. I know that your days have been challenging, and often you look around and find no answers, but I want you to know I am with you every step of the way, guiding you, supporting you, and preparing you for something greater. Nothing that happens in your life escapes my care, for I am the Lord who sees all and acts in your favor. There are moments when the road seems long and your feet feel weary. I know you have been carrying worries that often feel larger than your strength, but remember, you are not meant to walk alone. I am the one who carries you in my arms when the weight becomes unbearable. Just as I promised my people that I would renew their strength, I also say to you, those who wait upon me will renew their strength. They will soar like eagles, run and not grow weary, walk and not be faint. Isaiah 40:31. I am working in your life in ways you may not yet understand. Sometimes, I allow you to go through times of silence so that you can learn to trust in my presence, even when you cannot see me. I want you to know that silence is not absence. It is a space where I mold your faith and prepare your heart. Just as gold is refined in fire, I am purifying you, strengthening you, and leading you to a place where my glory will be manifested in your life. I want you to remember the promises I have made. My word does not fail, and what I have declared over your life will come to pass in the right time. At times, it may seem like the promises are delayed, but I want you to trust that everything happens at the perfect moment. Just as Sarah laughed upon hearing she would become a mother in her old age, thinking it impossible, I showed that nothing is too difficult for me. Genesis 18:14. Likewise, I will do something extraordinary in your story, something that will exceed your expectations. Do not look at the opposing winds as a sign of defeat. Just as Peter faced the waves and feared, I want you to keep your confidence in me. I am with you, holding your hand, telling you that there is nothing to fear. I know there are doubts in your heart, but trust, for my grace sustains you. No matter the size of the challenge, I am greater than any storm you face. There is something I want you to understand deeply. It does not matter what you have. What matters is who I am in your life. I am your endless source, the one who provides all that you need. If I care for the birds of the air and sustain them, how much more will I take care of you, who are so precious to me? Matthew 6:26. Do not let the worries of daily life draw you away from this truth. My provision does not follow the world's standards. It is abundant, perfect, and arrives at the right time. I am opening doors for you, and some of these doors may seem small at first. I want you to trust that, no matter how insignificant they may seem, these opportunities will be the beginning of something grand. Remember when I took a boy with 5 loaves and 2 fish, and used them to feed thousands? What you have now may seem insufficient, but in my hands, it will multiply and become more than enough to meet not only your needs but also bless those around you. Child, listen well. What I am preparing for you is greater than you can imagine. But I want you to remember something important. Do not let fear take the place of faith. The enemy will often try to plant doubts in your mind, making you believe that I am unfaithful or that I will forget you. But I tell you, there is nothing I promise that I will not fulfill. My word is like the rain that falls from heaven and does not return without watering the earth and making it sprout. Isaiah 55:10-11. So it will be with you. I want you to keep this truth in your heart. Nothing in your life is accidental. Every detail, every encounter, every circumstance is being used for a greater purpose. Even what seems like loss, I am turning into gain, just as I did with Job Inawang, who lost everything but was restored double. Job 42:10. I am preparing a time of restoration for you. Everything that seems lost will be returned, and your joy will be complete. There are people around you who may not understand your faith, who question why you still trust in me, but I want you to know that your trust will not be in vain. Just as many mocked Noah while he built the ark, in the end, it was my promise that prevailed. Genesis 6:22. I want you to remain steadfast, knowing that my word never fails and that my care never abandons you. Today, child, I want you to focus on my presence. Do not let the noise around you distract you. When everything seems confusing, seek me in silence, and you will find rest. Just as I told my people, be still, and know that I am God. Psalm 46:10. I ask you to trust and let me guide your steps. You don't have to carry everything alone. I am your refuge. The change you are hoping for is on the way. My hand is already moving the circumstances in your favor, but I want your heart to be prepared because what I am bringing will not only be a material blessing. I am leading you to a new level of faith, of trust, of intimacy with me. I want you to become a reflection of my love, a source of light for those who do not yet know me. Listen carefully, for today I want to renew your strength and hope. I know that challenges have piled up, that the circumstances around you seem to press down on you, but I want you to remember something fundamental. I am the Lord, your God, and nothing is outside my control. Every detail of your life is before me, and I am working, even when everything seems silent. I want to remind you that the process you are going through is not in vain. There is a purpose in every step, in every wait, in every prayer you lift to heaven. I am refining your faith, strengthening your trust, and preparing the ground for something extraordinary. Remember Abraham, who waited for years for the promise to be fulfilled. But when the moment came, my word was fulfilled exactly as I declared. Genesis 21:1-2. So it will be with you. What I promised, I will do. Do not be deceived by what your eyes see now. The circumstances are temporary, but my word is eternal. I know that fear tries to creep in, that doubts whisper to your heart, but I want you to focus on my voice. Just as I said to the prophet Isaiah, do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you, and I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. Isaiah 41:10. These words are for you today. You are not alone. My presence accompanies you every step of the way. Child, I need you to trust in me, even when you cannot understand what I am doing. There is a time for everything, and my plans are perfect. Just as the earth needs time to produce a harvest, your life is also in a period of preparation. I am planting seeds that will bear fruit at the right time. Do not rush, but rest in my care, knowing that what I have for you is good and enduring. I am opening pathways that your eyes have yet to see. I know that you have faced closed doors, that you have been searching for solutions, and many times it seems that the path isn't opening up. But I want you to know, I am working behind the scenes, moving pieces, preparing hearts, and aligning circumstances so that when the blessing arrives, it will be complete. Just as I parted the Red Sea for my people, I am creating a way where there seemed to be no exit. Exodus 14:21-22. I want your faith to be greater than your fears. I know the unknown can be daunting, but I don't want you to live trapped by anxiety or doubt. I am calling you to trust in me with all your heart and not to lean on your own understanding. Proverbs 3:5-6. When you trust in me, you make space for my power to manifest in your life. I know you have been crying out for answers, asking for provision, for solutions to the challenges you face. I want to remind you that I am your provider. Just as I sent manna from heaven to feed my people in the desert, I also supply your needs in ways that surpass your understanding. What I have for you is not just for today, but to establish something lasting, something that will bring stability and peace. Children, after hearing this message that I have spoken to the heart of each of you, I invite you to take a step of faith and action. Subscribe to this channel so that my word can reach even more lives in need of comfort and hope. Leave a like as an act of gratitude and share this message with someone who needs to hear about my love and provision. Write in the comments a verse or a phrase from the Bible that touches your heart. If you believe that I am working in your families and bringing transformation, there are 2 more messages available here that will fill your heart with peace and harmony in a powerful way. Don't miss out on listening, because I can use each word to speak directly to your lives. Keep walking with me and listen to the next messages I have prepared for you. I am always by your side, guiding and strengthening each one.